Okay, so we're gonna head to Waldorf, Colorado.
Ooh.
Officers arrested 4 juveniles and 2 adults who were traveling in stolen Hyundais. But when a guardian arrived to pick up the teenagers, she too showed up in a stolen Hyundai.
Solid.
So police spotted 2 of those cars that they did like a computer check and it confirmed that they were stolen. They saw it in a business parking lot. So like we've heard so many times before. Now this is like people in one of the stolen Hyundais. They pull over and they do like the all right, we give up, and they take off again,
Yes.
just like our boy in the in the fire
Fire
truck.
truck. Yeah.
Yes.
So the guardian and a guardian of some of the teens and 2 other females show up and pick up the teens, and they speed off. They take off, and they almost hit the officer. Like, so they pick them up and they're like, okay, we just need your name and everything. They're like, Scar!
He's like walking up to the window and they take off.
I guess
Yeah,
they wanted to like run the car or whatever, because they're like, hey, now we're in
Who's picking them
another
up?
new Hyundai. So my question is, and I want to kick this to Steve, is I'm reading this article and then this got me into like other articles and everything.
Mhm.
And there is like a surge of thefts in Kias and Hyundais. And what I'm reading is they lack an engine immobilizer, which prevents the starting without a matching key. Is that what's happening here? They're just cheaping out on a like that, that those like C3 keys or whatever they're called. Is that what it is? Is that what the issue
Like
is?
the push button gimmick.
Well, that's part of it. But Liam, you couldn't have hit a bullseye harder. What they did was chintz out on the line, which it required in America, is what they call an immobilizer. An immobilizer is a small little chip that sits inside your ignition cylinder, and it recognizes the chip from your key. So they got rid of those. So when you get rid of those, the reason why is that's why, even though I have a Hyundai key, it looks just like yours, and say it's a fob, not like an actual stick in and turn. It's a push button.
Yeah.
I can still start yours, right? Because there's not this immobilizer. What the immobilizer does too is if I go to steal your car and I break the fucking steering column, there's an immobilizer that will instantly, unless there's a chip in that car, it will never let you steal it. Well, now that it's not there, they break the column, jab a screwdriver in there, and fucking turn it, and it starts right the fuck up.
Yeah, so that's what I was reading.
And all these companies would have got away with it until a couple kids figured it out, put it on TikTok. Next thing you know, every city in America, everyone.
Wow.
I've seen things on like Kensington Beach, shout out Kensington Beach, where there's out on like the far northeast. There's literally 60 shells of stolen fucking Hyundais and Kias that didn't have the immobilizers. It's a nightmare for them. Now the FTA's coming down on them.
So I've seen some of the videos. I looked on YouTube. These kids are just like, they're like showing it on the YouTube video of like, he's right. They're just doing it old school. They're ripping the steering column out, and then you just need to find something that will fit and turn the ignition, and then the ignition starts, and bang, you have access to the car at that point.
Wow.
Also, some of the way they're getting rid of it is, I guess, they cheaped out also on if you smash the back window, the alarm won't go off. Like if you smash the first 4 windows or the windshield, the alarm will go off. But they cheaped out and didn't put the alarm in the back window or something. So
like the back, like small window, like, or the windshield, back windshield.
I think it's the back, the rear window. They're
breaking
most cars,
windshield. Jesus.
But most cars, people don't know this. I would say 90% of cars, the alarm doesn't go off if you smash a window. Usually, unless you have like a aftermarket alarm. That'll sense that. Your stock ones, when they do go off, this is funny. I could break the window, no alarm. The second I reach in and unlock it from the outside and open it, it senses that you do that. Then it goes off.
No, you're right, because when you lock your keys in your car, when
you open it goes off.
It goes off right away.
Yes.
You're right. That is what happens.
So that's what they cheaped out on those too.
Steve, is when you're talking about the immobilizer, so say like for instance, I have a Honda Accord, as you know, obviously. I start the car.
Put the yoga mat in the front.
Right. Well, one time, but either way, I start the car and I have my keys in my pocket. Right. I get out of the car and I go back in the house. I hear it beeping, like the car will beep. That's the indicator of like, look, hey man, get too far away. This thing's
the chip's gone.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now I see. Okay.
That's the immobilizer.
Okay.
Because otherwise, any guy that had a similar model, say he had the same year, same model as you, without an immobilizer, I could walk over and basically almost start your car.
No,
now again,
shit.
it still has some ins and outs, but the
Right.
big thing that's still like
it doesn't take much. Yeah.
The big thing is not recognizing a chip at all, and I could just steal your car like we're in the 1970s.
Dude, I
That's
feel
so
like
crazy.
I'm not
dude.
positive on this. So fuck you people that are listening and try to like fucking tell me I'm wrong.
Right.
I'm pretty sure 1996 where they instituted what they call the OBD2, where I can connect the thing to your car and it reads the PCM and the ECU immediately, the brains of the car, like the computer, right?
Mhm.
Every person, that's when you go and get your car to get an emissions test. They plug that thing in. Any car from 1996 and newer has what they call an OBD2 connector, where you can connect almost like a laptop and a USB directly to the brains of the vehicle. It'll tell me anything, like, you know, how fast you were going, blah, 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 all that shit. That same year is when they started with immobilizers, being able to like, you know, prevent theft and, you know, keep cars kind of like its own thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I know that had to be like that. Obviously that has to be a massive deterrent for Hyundai to cheap out and get rid of that. That's just like the amount of like insurance that has to be paid out on that is unreal. And also, it's all Hyundai's fault.
It is.
Oh,
yeah. I read all about it. It's all like Hyundai and
Philly,
Kia are catching so much shit for this. In cities all across America, this shit is happening, dude. They're it's like fun because they know they're young and they're not going to do like real jail time for it.
Yeah.
So it is insane what they're
and
doing
regulations nowadays. Like for instance, what the people call the GTR, right? Godzilla. It's a Toyota ridiculously fast car. Like cars like that couldn't come to America for a long time because we have the most stringent safety requirements. We're like, you know, you have to go through all these like inside pack, side impact, this impact, airbag. And so all these cars that are dope from other countries couldn't come over because in like Germany and Japan, they don't give a fuck. They let you do 1,000. If you crash, you die. It's your fault. Right? So they have all those things. So this is the same way. This was a mandated thing in America. So they're like kind of entangled now in some real fucking shit where every car in America was required to have an immobilizer. When this did come out in Philadelphia, there was a certain neighborhood in Philadelphia that was so bad. The what do you call that guy? Like the councilman of that fucking sector was handing out free clubs because they could start your car, but now I can't steer it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they were giving out free clubs. Like, yo,
the red thing from back in the 90s.
Dude, I have a club.
Yes.
I have a club in my car. Two reasons why is because I don't know, Steven. I was told this. But my Honda Accord, I have an airbag in the steering wheel.
And they want to steal it so bad.
Dude, it's like
get $5,000 for it.
Yeah. That's the number one thing with Civics and Accords. Yeah. With Civics and Accords, they won't steal the car.
Airbags.
They'll all you do is break the driver window, pop the airbag out of the steering window, and they're gone. So that's the number one reason I got a club, you know?
Yeah. And they do two things with those. The first one's fantastic. The second one, not so cool. The first one is some Cholo bull is going to make his S10 sit on the ground with air shocks by using your airbag. The other one is some Russian dude is selling it out of a junkyard to a place that had an accident. And all I have to say I had a small fender bender with my Honda. Airbag blew. That's very expensive. He'll sell it to you for super cheap. You put that back in, put a new fender on it, sell it for a ton of money. So
yeah.
It's either a Russian bull or a Cholo that's got the dopest low rider you ever seen, yo.
Nice.
Dude, that's gangster. But dude, it's crazy how like small shit like that, like the Hyundai is just ruining so many people's like their stock and like the amount of Hyundais bought has to be tanking if this keeps getting out, right?
Oh yeah.
That was only
until these stories stop.
A certain amount of years.
What's that?
It was only a certain amount of models and a certain amount of years.
So I think it said like 2011 to 2022.
Right. Certain models. It's like
11
Elantra.
years worth?
No, he's right, but it's not every model. It's certain models.
Okay. It's like the Kia Forte, like the Hyundai Elantra. It's like certain models.
It's like their low end. It's like their low end A to B cars.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
the low end ones. Yes,
they're cheap cars, like what I have. But I wouldn't be surprised if mine did the same thing.
No, yeah. I think you're safe.
Did you guys know this too? I didn't know this. Is that, and I just found this out from my neighbors, that your child isn't allowed to sit in the front seat until he's
12 or some shit.
Yeah.
I didn't, dude. I didn't know, dude. I was sitting in the front seat when I was 6 years old.
That was in 1988.
Yeah.
No one cared.
We're almost 40, dog. That was 35 years ago.
I'm just saying. What?
You're Parents were also hotboxing the car with cigarettes with the windows up, and everyone thought it was fine. Like,
what is
a different
changed
time
since then, though? Like,
Dad with a Bud Heavy in the cup holder.
Oh my god, dude! I'm just saying, right? Like, I don't think. I mean, the same.
You know what the big thing that changed was? One of the big things? An airbag,
right?
And when an airbag comes out, you ever been hit by an airbag?
Oh yeah, bro.
Dog, I had rug burn down the side of my face. It looked like someone fucking that shit will fuck you up.
Oh yeah, dude. The accident got nothing. The airbags fucking crushed me.
Fuck your face up, yo.
Oh, burned and everything.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you know where they really get you though? This is where they really get you having a kid. This is like a big money thing. I think whoever is big car seat or whatever, big car seat company, right?
Greco or whatever.
Greco, yeah.
Greco, yeah.
The fact that it's a state mandated thing that one, your car seat expires, which is fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
there's no way.
It is
no
bullshit.
way that expires.
Wait,
two,
they expire?
Oh
yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes,
you can't.
Steve.
Yeah. You can't get a used car seat. And then two, the fact that your kid has to be in a car seat until they're like, you know, like
73,
like 8 or something.
Nah, Layla's old enough now. If you're 8, if you're 8, you're good to go.
Well, okay, but still 7. And the thing is, it's not one car seat. Eventually, they're sitting in like a fucking NASCAR chair.
The booster joint.
It's nuts. Like my daughter's chair looks like she's going to F1 or something.
And hold on, don't they? This was my favorite because I don't have kids, so I don't know. But through my nieces, they start you out facing the back of the wheel.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, the smile on a kid's face when they become that age where they turn the seat around and they're like, hold on, why were y'all making me look in the corner when I could look out the window and shit? Like, what the fuck?
Not only like that creates a whole nother line of products because you need like a mirror to look at the kid.
Yeah,
dude. But
a stick to poke them in case they get out of line.
But
probably not that.
But the fact that big car seat was able to get into Congress and get this law passed to have these like they're just whoever Greco's got to be a congressman or something.
Guarantee it's a Clinton company.
Up.
Yeah,
it's Hillary.
Up.
It's just companies just bribe to get whatever they need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, pass this law and we'll be fucking set forever. Because guess what? They expire. A fucking plastic car seat expires. Fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm sorry. Did I open a sealed like package? Was this thing airtight? Like, what are you talking about? It expires,
bro. It's
metal, plastic, and like fabric. You know what I mean? It's not expired.
All three go in when you throw it in a landfill. Stay there for 1,000 years.
Yeah, seriously.
Bro.
Like chill.
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit. Nice. All right, let's keep it moving then. Sounds